Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video about traveling with a lot of food. One of my boys has celiac, so he cannot have gluten, and over the years it has just, none of us eat gluten except a couple of the boys can have it, and it's more snacky. Anything I cook, bake, carry with us on trips is all going to be gluten-free. So in this video I show you a little bit of my shopping purchases from Sam's Club and Walmart, and then some of the prep work I have to do to get ready to go on our trip, just to see some family for a few days. It's actually 4 full days and then about a day and a half traveling. So I make sandwiches, I make a couple dinners, and just a lot of other food. We bring extra bread, we make extra sandwiches. I take a big, huge blue cooler and another container of food. And I know it seems like a lot, but one of the days the stores aren't even open, and the other they possibly well, you just don't want to, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, you don't want to be at the stores trying to figure out what you can eat, or there's no restaurants. So, and we prefer to do it this way anyways. When we do travel, we try not to eat out that much because there's really not a lot of choices, and with 4 boys it can be expensive. So it's cheaper to just try to carry what you want. Now I will tell you, I usually like to plan ahead a little bit more than I did this time. Yeah, I usually plan several weeks in advance and do some freezing. Yeah, it didn't happen this year. Sort of down to the last minute, but that's okay. It all worked out, praise the Lord. And had breakfasts, lunch. Now my husband's family, like one afternoon they had stew, we could eat that, and then they had hamburgers, and I brought gluten-free macaroni and cheese, and that all worked out. So little things like that were very helpful. But I wanted to show you, especially if you have a family that has food allergies, or you have celiac, or that it is not easy, but it's doable, and you're not alone. And maybe you do have family that is gluten-free, and maybe you could have a couple things prepped. I mean, just veggie, like my mom had a veggie tray, and that was a blessing. Just little things like that that you can snack on. So, all right, we're gonna get to the video. This is future Rachel, meaning the trip is over, but I wanted to give you a heads up on what the video is about, and hopefully it is helpful to someone. So thank you for watching. Okay, I'm going to show you my Walmart first. I actually went to Sam's first, but I'm just going to show you my Walmart so I can get some of this put away. We get these energy drinks. My oldest really likes to drink those for school and stuff. So, and he does not like soda or coffee, so that's his energy choice. These are Walmart's gluten-free macaroni and cheese mix. I do make my own cheese. I think I have a video on how to make your own cheese sauce, but for out of town and in a hurry weeks, we will use this. I use 2 boxes, but I only use 1 bag of cheese. So then I have an extra bag of cheese. Like if I have some other extra gluten-free noodles, I can add it to that. So I sort of try to stretch that part of it because I can get a box of noodles cheaper than the actual set. So usually sometimes I get just 2 of these a week, and then but I got 4. I have not bought canned vegetables in a while. I seen these. Yeah, that's the reason I bought them, is I seen them. And my boys do like corn, and with one that's celiac, it's better for it to be organic. So I picked up 2 of those, and some peas for if I decide to throw in a recipe, and some green beans. And these may just sit in the cabinet as extra, or they might be used this week. I don't know yet. My husband actually likes this for his sandwiches, the Keto Pancake mix. And we'll probably take some of that on our trip, make some sandwiches for the road. Gluten-free chicken nuggets. These are Purdue. The boys like these to a point. One of my boys is not that crazy about them. There's another brand that he likes, but he will eat these if necessary. Here's a Quest pizza, and I got this for my husband and I. And I'll show you, I did get the boys some pizza from Sam's Club, and I'll show you what that is. Just one thing of eggs, because I think I am going to still end up at Aldi's, and they usually have the best deal for eggs. Some cheese that I like to get for sandwiches, and some lunch meat, and this is mainly for travel. I actually have some lunch meat that should be okay for the week, but I do make my husband a lunch and 2 of my boys a lunch for work, so usually it's lunch meat. I got these gluten-free mission wraps. I usually end up at Aldi's with the gluten-free wraps, but I seen these, and I am making like a Mexican lasagna, and it's to take on our trip for others to eat, and I think they'll hopefully enjoy the flavor of this one. If you're not used to gluten-free, this might be your better choice for the gluten-free, and they probably are a tad bit more, but I noticed the prices on these at Aldi's have gone up, so I don't think there's a huge price difference. Chocolate chips to add to some of our muffins and cookies. Gluten-free pretzels, which will probably be more for the trip. An order. This is just an extra. We keep our toothbrushes in when we travel, and we needed an extra one. This is for travel. My dry shampoo for travel. Tea tree oil. I like to keep that around, and we were out, and Walmart, they have this brand that's pretty good. Witch Hazel. I have to do a video on all the ways that I use this. It's good for a lot of things. And coconut sugar that I use for a lot of the baking for the boys. I do have a type 1 diabetic, and this is something that is not a high glycemic sugar, so I like to use this. For gluten-free, especially the one that has celiac, his scalp and skin is sensitive. I have sensitive skin in general, but this seems to work well. Ren Pure, I think is how you say it. Advanced extra strength is tea. They have all kinds of, like, I used to get just one that was tea tree at Walmart, and now it says tea tree and lemon sage. But shampoo, and I actually bought 2 of them because they only had 2 left, and I just wanted to be prepared. And this is the body wash, Ren Pure. Thought I would try it just because we're going to be gone for a few days, and we'll take this with us instead of a bar of soap. That is my main reason for buying it. I always look at it, but I haven't tried it yet. So, and then the gluten-free bread choice for our trip. And I bought 3 of them because I was looking, and really it says 2 slices, serving is 6. And I'm like, okay, that's almost like for 4 boys. That's, doesn't go very far. So I got those. So that is, I want to say that's all of my Walmart, but it's not. I did get a few clothing, and let me show you that. Okay, for my 3rd son, he has like 2 pairs of jeans, and one is more like a wore out pair, and another the nicer pair actually has a hole in it. And when you homeschool, you don't really think about that stuff too much until you do want to go somewhere and you want to go out. So, wanted to get him the darker pair, but I'm lucky to find his size. He's a 30-32. He's my tall, skinny guy. A couple flannels. He has grown, and we're just trying to work on, and then getting him some clothes that fit, and then just a long sleeve type t-shirt. So that is what we got at Walmart. Okay, here is my Sam's order. Not order, I went and picked it up. I went to the store. But let me start down here first. Went ahead and picked up some Mucinex. Our family all just went sort of through like cold cough thing. And my husband is the last one to have it, and he's at the end of it. But this just sort of helps him whenever he gets something with the cough. He likes to take Mucinex, and it's hard to find just plain Mucinex anymore. And they had it, so went ahead and purchased that. And I also seen this in the aisle. I've not tried this brand. Zarbee's. I think it's a natural cough syrup for kids. I have used Highlands cough or cold. It's from Walmart, and they have the off brand. I usually get the off Walmart Equate brand, which is a little cheaper. Whatever they have right now, I go in and it's, you never know what they're not gonna have or what they're gonna have. So I thought I would try that, and then of course I should have been on these earlier instead of now, but better late than never. I also got some sea salt. We were about out of salt, and I always get my salt from Trader Joe's, because it was the only place I could find sea salt that didn't have any other ingredients. But thank goodness this is just sea salt. Usually they have a caking type ingredients in there. So I was glad to find that. I've never looked there, never thought about it. I know I cannot find any choices at Walmart or the grocery store. They all have the extra ingredients in it. So I got these chips. The boys like this brand. I think I usually get it because it's on the cheaper end. It's even cheaper at Sam's than Walmart, and it's a bigger bag. So, okay, those chips will go with the Mexican lasagna that I will make, and they weren't sure which chips to buy, so I just said I would bring them. Also got these potato chips for traveling, the Quest chips for my husband and I, and these Quest bars. My husband does drive truck. It's not easy to send something low carb with him, and he really likes these. So this is what he gets, and this will last a couple weeks, maybe even longer if I don't eat any of them. We needed some of their tomato sauce. I get this organic dark coffee pods from there. And then my oldest and my youngest, they can have gluten, and I usually, everything I do, bake, cook, so on, but sometimes I'll get them snacks. And the goldfish is on my youngest son's top priority. So we'll rebag these for travel. And we got the ices, and we'll take these with us also on our trip. They had a small bag of salad for $2.34. So I went ahead and just grabbed that for the next couple days, and some cream cheese. And this is the pizza that my boys like. It's a 2-pack. So I also did get a couple other things. I got this vest as a gift for my niece, who we will see. And I got this blanket. The boys have been asking for a larger blanket, and I think 60 by 72. I saw that, and for some reason in my mind I'm thinking that's larger than a normal throw. So I haven't opened it up to mentally confirm that. But so this is my Sam's Club haul. Wanted to share. Okay, today is actually 2 days from my shopping trip, but I did go to Aldi's last night and purchase some more things that I really just need for the cooking part of it, because I'm going to be taking some dinner meals and that kind of stuff. Got all my pots and pans out, coffee. I don't know if you could see all that, but so we're going to get to work on that, and I'll take you along with me. Okay, I am actually gonna, this is sort of just the pile that I've been collecting. I don't even know if I'm going to take all of that, but there's things that I just don't want to forget, and so I start piling them up, and I'll probably weed out or make it easier to pack. We'll also bring up a big huge blue cooler, and that's the 2 things we'll take to store food. Okay, the first thing I do is make muffins, and yes, they got eaten. My boys do not eat cereal. I am showing you the gluten-free oats and flour and the coconut flour. I will add pumpkin and seasoning, and of course chocolate chips, because for some reason that's the only way the boys will eat them. Okay, here I have about 5 pounds of ground beef that I cooked up that I'm going to spread out through some different meals. The first thing I will make is spaghetti. There I'm showing you cream of chicken soup that I will actually put in the spaghetti with the spaghetti sauce. Sort of helps it not be so dry, being gluten-free noodles. I will add the meat just a little bit, because like I said, I am spreading this out. I will make a meal for my husband and I that evening, and I think we eat that for lunch before we leave the next day. And then I put the rest in the freezer. The spaghetti we actually took with us, and the boys ate some of that. I have a couple picky eaters, so they didn't want the Mexican lasagna that I made and shared with people. They wanted the spaghetti. Okay, the muffins are finished. I'm going to take those out and let them cool off real good before I pack them to take them with us. I do have the meat I need to spread out a little bit more. This is where I'm making another dinner for my husband and I. I will add the refried beans to make the meat for the Mexican lasagna. I do usually add taco seasoning. I forgot. My boys ate it up like they really liked it, and my mom tasted it and said it was really good, but it's missing some seasoning. That's when I realized I forgot it. But that's okay. She said it still tasted really good. I think she was being nice. That is what happens when you try to do too much at one time. There I'm making the dinner for my husband and I. I am adding riced cauliflower, cream cheese, butter, some onion powder, garlic salt, seasoning like that. So, and let's see, what else do I add to that? I think at the end, when it's all warmed up, there's some salt I'm adding. I add some heavy whipping cream and just let it cool off and sprinkle with cheese. It's really good. So, here I make Trim Healthy Mama's enchilada Wonder casserole with the Wonder wraps that I just cooked up. I'm glad I made this recipe. It calls for several ingredients, and I'm showing you some of that here. This is more of a low-carb Mexican lasagna, so that is another reason. I actually put this all together and baked it when I got there. The other Mexican lasagna, I just made the meat and put it together when I got there. So we had both these to eat, and the Trim Healthy Mama one came in handy. We had a little bit left when we visited some of my husband's family and were able to eat that like, a late night snack. So, and finished it off there. So it was a lot of cooking, but I am thankful that we did it all and were able to take it with us. So, okay, it's much later in the day, but I went and picked these up just because I'm running out of time, and I got 2 packages of them, and they're gluten-free, but they're so good, and they were on sale, thank goodness, because that helps. All right, here is some of my bagging up mess that I'm going to be taking with me, and I wanted to make one more thing for the boys. I have this gluten-free cake mix, and I looked up, and I've made cookies from cake mix. I just never remember how to do it. So I looked it up, but I hate to always be chocolate chips. So I found some white sprinkles. As soon as they cool off, we'll let the boys try them and see if they're worth to keep cooking like this, or if I need to add something. Okay, we actually made it to our destination, and I forgot to show you how much it all looks like in our huge blue cooler. Everything is in there, especially the cold stuff. Took the pizza, the meals are at the bottom, stuff for sandwiches, and then I took an extra container with chips in our plastics and macaroni and cheese. It's all in there. We made it, and we used most of it. Okay, if you watched that all the way through, I really do appreciate it. Hopefully it was helpful. I would like to do another video like that, a little bit more detailed. I have a lot of check-off lists that hopefully I could do a little bit more detailed in that, and hopefully I prep way ahead of time, because it does make it so much easier than cooking the day before you leave, but that's okay. So I hope you all have a wonderful new year, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.